Capitol Drive, Brookfield, Wisconsin. This is Capitol Drive. It's got a good location. The Home Depot's about a quarter mile up the road that way. You have some paving issues. You have a lot of problems with the functionality of this building. We got nice signage that's out here, but as you can see, some of the paving's already cracked. I'm going to do some exterior so you can kind of see one of the issues might be is the loading and unloading. You currently got a 60 by 18 kind of shed that jets out here, and there's only one loading and unloading. It's a 9-foot by 8-foot door. They talked about taking this down and putting a 10 by 10 door across the building, but then you're going to lose some storage here. The other thing is then the loading and unloading. For the semi to come in, he'd have to back up. You've got approximately, right now, depending on where they put the door, only about 90 feet from here to where that existing door is. And with the yard ramp and the loading dock, I think you need, at a minimum, close to 100 feet. And the only entrance for the semi to come in is coming through this way, so he'd have to come in, go in, and then try to back up this way, pull up. So it's, that's an issue, is the loading and unloading. There's no parking in the back. What I want to show you is the building has very low ceiling heights, and you can get an idea when we walk into the showroom what I'm talking about. You've got basically a slanted ceiling that starts off at about 9.5 feet and raises slightly up to about 10.5 feet. Then you have a small area that starts rising to a maximum ceiling height of 14 feet that you'll be able to get for a fairly short period. Basically between these two rooftop units, you'll have an area that is about 25 by 70 feet that you'd be able to clear out for your warehousing. That's only 14 feet, and then again, you'll see it's sloping back into the back. So you have another temporary shed back here. Oh, they locked me out. I'll walk around the front. This is another temporary kind that looks like, not sure what you'd be able to use this area. It runs the length of the building, approximately 70 feet by about 5-6 feet across. This is the door I was pointing out. It's currently 9 feet by 8 feet high. If you only needed 8 foot in height, you could probably use that existing door and not have to go to the expense of putting another one in. I'm not sure what the height requirement is for the high-low. All right, so there's a couple different ideas that apparently the brokers have kicked around for the showroom. One of the ideas to maximize the ceiling height would be to come in, put a hallway coming this way down to right here. This is the spot where the ceiling starts raising up to the 14-foot level, and create your showroom in this area and carve out a 45 by 25 foot area showroom here. The other option would be to come out and then you give up your ceiling height for a good portion of the 14 feet, come straight out here, tie into this wall, and basically have a 50 by 25 foot showroom that would go over here. All the rest of the building's sprinkled. There's a considerable amount of demo. All the carpeting has to come up. As you can see, all the sprinklers would have to be modified. The suspended ceiling would have to come down. You have a lofted area, or a balcony, that's, on the other side. That would all have to be blown out and demoed. Try to get you up into this area here. Sorry.
How's it going?
Good. So this whole area here, which is can use for offices now, would all have to be demoed. You can kind of get an idea on the ceiling height. I don't know if there's a light here or not. This kind of shows you back in here how low the ceiling goes, and then it kind of spikes up. And then all this area here all has to be blown out and demoed. Again. So the functionality, or the work that's required to make this suitable, even if you can, is pretty extensive. It's all carved out. You have little offices throughout the building. You'd have to modify all the HVAC work. This is going back into another stairway to upstairs, and then this is that, no lighting. This is that little temporary shed that you'd go into back in this area. Again, it's all tiled and carpeted. So this is the Capitol Drive in Brookfield. It's too bad now the whole ceiling wasn't this height. That's it.